For years, Vince Harley, crime fiction editor of Dark Detective magazine, has followed his hobby of raising and training bees. From them, he has absorbed their qualities of attack and unusual strength. While gathering material for his magazine stories, Vince Harley, in the guise of Yellowjacket, attacks crime and criminals in a series of unusual adventures, in which the Yellowjacket bees, trained to obey his wishes, assist him to accomplish his goal, the elimination of evil. Yellowjacket, the fearless enemy of lawbreakers, himself invents the perfect crime. In his role as Vince Harley, famed mystery writer known to millions of readers, Yellowjacket describes the murder which can't be solved because the body has disappeared. And he becomes the victim of his own brilliant idea in The Steel Coffin Case. In the library of his palatial home, Vince Harley, celebrated mystery writer, finishes his greatest book. Done at last, the perfect crime story. I'll stake my reputation on this. I'll make $1 million on this story. The victim vanishes before the eyes of the police and never can be found, because he's at the bottom of the river, sealed in a steel coffin. I'll put this story in this valise for safekeeping. I'll take the story up to my publishers first thing in the morning. Hello, what was that?
Jesus, Clarence, 3 a.m. and the guy ain't in bed yet.
I'll put him to sleep with us, Reggie.
Second story, men. Writers never sleep, you lug.
No, but I will too soon.
Save him for me, Reggie. Save him for me, Clarence.
There's enough for everybody. Say yipe.
Yipe!
You can have him. I want to get out. I'll take this as a souvenir. It might have some value.
We got a bum steer from the boss.
Hey, my perfect crime story.
Well, I'm cutting out. Goodbye. Better a broken leg than a complete overhauling.
Sometimes my feet don't move fast enough for my body.
Hey, that's the only copy, and it's worth millions. Breathless and shaken, the two crooks arrive at the gang's hideout.
You boyd brains. I should have done the job myself.
But the guy don't fight fair, Chief. He hits back.
But it wasn't a total loss, boss. I snitched this briefcase.
Oh, it's nothing but a story. But wait a minute. This title sounds interesting.
It proves we went there, boss.
Are you kidding, Clarence? This shiner ain't no fake.
The perfect crime, and it's here. Boys, this is terrific. All we gotta do is follow it to the letter, and we're sitting pretty.
You mean we're forgiven, Chief?
That's what the boss said.
I got another idea. We'll try it out on that writing guy himself. Call the boys.
They're cold.
I wear my new 45 to this party.
Minutes later, a thug-filled sedan roars across town, and their ride spells deathly danger for Vince Harley.
Harley's books sell like pancakes. We'll steal all the royalties from his safe.
Do you think 5 of us is enough of us, boss? I'd feel safer with more company along.
Presently.
That's it, the living room.
We'll carry out all his instructions to a T. Then we can't go wrong.
Inside, Vince Harley finishes a hurried call to the police. You'll have to cancel my contract for the perfect crime story. It's been stolen, and I haven't got the patience to rewrite it. Yeah, thanks for the sympathy. The Cuthbert Mob, my favorite punching bag.
That's us, chump. Thanks for the introduction.
Rush 'em, boys. It says so here.
You mugs got your nerve returning to the scene of your crime.
Keep it up, boys. That's what it says in Chapter 2.
Hey, I didn't read this part. Maybe you wrote between the lines, boss.
But superior numbers count, and so shortly. Okay, boys, I'm licked. But what did you do with my manuscript?
I hope you realize how educational it is, pal. Every crook should have one. Don't worry about your manuscript. It won't go to waste.
We're getting the gravy, boss. You can't kidnap me. It doesn't make sense.
There's an explanation for everything, Cookie.
We're gonna make you a guinea pig for your perfect crime.
Hope you're comfy.
Huh? This is nutty. This can't happen in real life. Fine fix I get myself into, author of my own doom. I must be able to write my way out of this. This autojack may come in handy, perhaps as a weapon, or in some other way.
I gotta admit it, pal. You're some writer. Too bad you gotta be bumped off.
2 hours later, at the waterfront, the police are gathered for their annual outing.
It's a great day for a run down the bay. Fine weather. Not like last year. Look, Clancy, a funeral.
Looks mighty peculiar, Dorothy. Must be a sea captain wanting to be buried in the briny.
We're nearing the end of the book, boys. This is on page 238.
Boo-hoo, this is busting me heart.
Phooey, it's busting me back. That's a weight off me chest.
The poor fishes won't make nothing out of this deal.
And so ends a great story. So long, fishbait, and here's your story. We won't be needing it anymore.
Poor man, but he's a lucky sailor to be having good friends like you gents to see him off.
Thanks, officer. It's the least we can do for him.
But deep in the river, Vince Harley is busily adding another chapter to his story. I knew this autojack would come in handy. There it goes. Those thugs broke the copyright laws when they stole my story, and that's dangerous.
Look, Clancy, it's the dead come to life.
Maybe this isn't saltwater. Some of these seamen are fussy guys. Holy smokes, here's my manuscript. The writer hurries home for a brief stop, just long enough to assume his role as the Yellowjacket. I've got to get my revenge on those would-be murderers. Thank goodness I've got my story back. I even had the police as witnesses to my death, just as I planned in my book. After a thorough search for the killers, finally! I thought I'd find you scoundrels here and the biggest jewelers in town. I'll have to work fast to make a clean sweep of this mob. Let's play hide and seek. I'll hide and you find me.
This'll be fun, but it'll cost you your life when we catch up with you.
After 'em, men.
Come on, you fat felons, faster!
After 'em. Don't let 'em escape.
But with the speed of light, Yellowjacket locks the rear door and makes his way around to the front of the store. I've turned that into a dead end. Now for some fun. Yellowjacket sends his bees into the store. Sick 'em! Now to call the police. Come right away and bring the riot squad. After several minutes...
They're robbing the best jewelry store in the city. And in broad daylight.
They should have good taste.
I'm shot.
I'm stabbed.
They're drilling me.
Do a good job on 'em, bees.
Save us. We'll confess to everything.
It's bees, we can't go in there. What do we do? Then from inside the store comes the sound of a high, shrill whistle. What's that?
Funny time for anyone to be making with the music.
And the trained bees are called off.
I'm all puffed up.
I got a swelled head.
Help, police!
Good work, bees.
Looks like it's safe to go in now.
We can go in. Presently.
It's funny about them bees.
Well, what about the guy who phoned us? Wonder who it was.
Well, at least this ends the Cuthbert mob.
My faithful bees have done a good job, but I'm not so sure that I have. All the hard work I put into this book was done for nothing. It was not quite the perfect crime. Didn't I escape the trap myself?